into the items to stream. This was a,
What is this? Last day on
he's
Twitch.
back
Get in
already.
here now. We live. Never forget the disaster of 8/28/2022. What is that? Is he going to kick? Oh, brother. It might be April Fool's, or it might be because he's going to kick. Who knows? You know who kick.com is actually probably going to get on board, dude? Andrew Tate.
He's kind of throwing the weight against on the belly.
I'm surprised he didn't immediately shave the dome. Like, how do you not shave that dome immediately, brother? I mean, look, the beard is not a bad look. You know what I mean? It definitely, certainly makes people forget that you have the least pronounced jawline of all time, right? But like, what's up with the head? Like, everybody now knows you definitely are bald. Like, everybody knows that shit now. Why'd you do that?
He's just walking very far. That's it.
This was your doing? You created a monster? I don't think so, but I'd like to think so. Y'all are so obsessed with him, Lamau. Bro, there is nothing more obsessive than like going to a Discord server dedicated to Andrew Tate and then having that Discord server say, oh, Hasan is actually watching another Andrew Tate tweet. Over the course of a 5-hour and 21-minute broadcast, the one instance where I actually brought this up, you came in here just to say y'all are so obsessed. If you think I'm obsessed, what are you? You are literally sitting in a Discord server hoping that like someone can bring this shit up so you can go in there and be like, I'm going to be your strongest soldier. This guy doesn't know you exist. And if he did, he wouldn't give a shit regardless. What does Execution Tate say?
If you're wrong, it's just like it. You're just going to have an ass hat. You're not better than anybody else. Just because you don't agree. I don't agree with most things that Tate says, right? Or some of his crazy takes. I don't agree with it. But at the same time, it's not because I don't agree with him as a person, right? They'll justify being an asshat and spreading dumb lies about him. I'm not like that. I think that's bullshit. I think that's an unfair thing that people do these days. I think there's a big wave on the internet of people that love to just, because somebody is hated on the internet or because somebody is less liked, their garbage will pass and they abuse that and they stack more. It's like, come on, man, don't be.
Yeah, except they do that about me, not Andrew Tate. As far as like what people are like spreading about Andrew Tate, it's literally court documents. You know what I mean? It's like what the Romanian government believes is going on, plus what Andrew Tate himself has said about his business practices. You know what I mean?
Be doing that shit, man. Because if it was you there, man, you would be hating that. And what did you do? In your perspective, all you have is opinions. Like, come on, man, that's kind of up. And people say
I want to know what he's talking about, though. I want to know what he means when he says like Andrew Tate, people are lying about him.
Democracy and openness and people to think.
Very
nah, you don't want people to think. You want people to think like you. That's what you want. Some of you are sort of.
As far as like Andrew Tate and slander goes, like I don't know. I don't know what he's talking about. I'm sure there are, because what he's basically stating in the first half of this is what happens to me all the time, which is that because I'm a quote unquote controversial figure, people oftentimes stack lies about me, knowing full well that they will get a lot of likes and they will get a lot of praise and celebration. And he's saying like it's really shitty to do that to someone and you wouldn't want that be done to you. As far as saying that about Andrew Tate, however, I'm not entirely certain on what he's referencing. I'm not entirely certain on what he means people lie about with respect to Andrew Tate. The technique is called lie stacking. Exactly. People do that all the time. He's talking about cancel culture and how narrative becomes absolute, similar to your idea of charitability. Why do people talk bad about you? Because they're freaks. Since last year, I've been in a 24-hour lockdown, no yard time, pacing free meter cell with zero electronics or outside contact, absolute clarity of mind, real thoughts, real plans, vivid pain. 1 hour home and I can't stand my phone. Some habits die hard. We must defeat Shaitan. Andrew Tate being a fake revert is just so annoying. Shaitan is in the devil. What makes you think he's a fake revert? Dude, everything Andrew Tate does is fake. What
Ano siya
do you
dito
mean?
natin?
Or maybe you're just jealous of him. This is true. I am very jealous. Especially of his hairline. Like, the thing is, here's what I will say. The thing that I find really cringe about this is that he is such a typical Westerner in his understanding and supposed appreciation of Islam. I've said this before, and it's very frustrating for me to see this over and over again, especially because there are clearly like a lot of misogynistic people in every religion, and Islam is no different. So a lot of those dumb in the MENA universe, okay,
Not Islam
actually
like that.
welcome this kind of thing because, you know, a lot of these
Dito.
guys are obsessed with the
Internet
West. I'm an
depend.
Ameribu myself, so I get it. So they get really excited when someone is like, oh, I'm a revert. Like, I believe in Allah now. I'm a Muslim. They get really stoked. But Andrew Tate's understanding of Islam, unironically, revolves around an orientalized understanding of Islam. It's like the most fundamentalist. It's like he's like, I'm Muslim because it's got like all of these gross elements that Western media has shown me, that it's like misogynistic, that it like puts women in their place, that it is fundamentalist and doesn't take any shit. Like it is so obviously a Western perspective of what Islam means globally. And it's very difficult to have this conversation with a Western audience because there are a lot of people who also negatively have that same perspective of Islam in the Western world. So it's like he looked at like how do I describe it? He basically looked at a Sam Harris seminar on Islam and how damaging it is. Okay, he looked at a Sam Harris seminar on how shitty and damaging and how fundamentalist Islam is across the board. Okay. And then he said, but I like it for those reasons. Does that make sense? Like, he's literally following the same cartoonish depiction of Islam that, like, Western Islamophobes have created. How do you know Islam is misogynistic? I'm Muslim and I disagree. I never said that, dummy. I simply stated that in the eyes of the Western world, due to the war on terror, Islam has been portrayed in a very negative way. Fundamentalist, backwards, barbaric, misogynistic, homophobic. And Andrew Tate basically has seen that as a Westerner, has seen it, reviewed it, internalized it, and looked at it and said, oh, that's why I'm Muslim actually now. Very openly states this. What's your take then? Stop playing the fence and share your own opinions. You know what's funny about this? I've actually never heard somebody ever say that I'm a fence sitter. If there's one thing that people criticize me on, it's that I'm too aggressive with my perspective and too open with my perspective. But you are technically a fake Muslim too? Listen, that OP Bilal, the reality is, given my upbringing, given my development, given my family, given where I was raised, not born, because I'm an anchor baby, but given where I was raised since pretty much since birth, I am infinitely more Muslim, I guess, culturally, than Andrew Tate ever is and ever will be. My understanding of Islam, albeit from a secular nation like Turkey, is still going to be guided by my own personal lived experience in a Muslim country, okay? So when I see another Western person, don't be a gatekeeper, I used to be a Christian gatekeeper, no true Scotsman fallacy. Brother, are you stupid? If someone was like, oh, I'm Catholic because I love doing pedophilia, you would be like, well, that's up. That's not all Catholicism is, but imagine if someone saw that about Catholicism and was like, that's why I want to be a Catholic, and ran around saying, look how Catholic I am. I want to destroy the arbitrary nature of age of consent laws. You would probably, if you were actually a Catholic, you would be like, this is up. This guy's not a real Catholic. What a comparison, Lamau. Just because you don't like it doesn't mean it's not correct. Gatekeeping religion like it's aesthetic. Yeah, I mean, I'm not gatekeeping religion. And, I don't want to talk about my opinion on reverts in general, okay? I think that in my experience, this is anecdotal, reverts are very, very aggro. And it doesn't have to just be Islam either. It can certainly be adult converts in Christianity as well. They are pretty crazy. But as far as like Andrew Tate adopting the aesthetics of Islam, it's very
Kaya talaga
obvious that it is
Muslim
a
pants.
bastardized understanding of Islam,
I
not about
can't
any of
get
the
to Islam.
positive aspects of Islam, the communal aspect, not about, you know, not about fasting, not about prayer, not about submission to Allah, none of that shit, and exclusively about like, I'm Muslim now because women are bitches and I can have 4 wives because that's what I've heard Muslims do. It's annoying to see that as a Westerner, but it's also you know, exceptionally annoying because like dumbass Muslims also love that shit. They love seeing like a Western guy be like, I'm Muslim now. It's like their favorite thing. I know this. I'm sure that there are so many even Turkish people that love that. They're like, oh yeah, he's one of us now. Like he's Muslim. You know, it's for 2 different reasons. One, because a lot of Muslims are like, oh yeah, he found the light. You know what I mean? He found it, and he, you know, he thinks it's great. Something that I believe is important in my life, he found to be important as well. I love that. They want it to be true. Okay, he's on our team now, right? That's what people are saying. But the other reason is because they don't mind that he's like, you know. The other reason is like, yeah, he's right about a lot of the shit that he says about women. A lot of the shit that he says about women is like, you know. It's pretty cool. As an Arab anchor baby, you are saying the truth. It's the MENA Muslim version of Come to Brazil. Yeah, exactly. I understand the Tate slander, but at least you can give him some credit with the probability that he may have deepened his knowledge on Islam while in detention. Maybe he started off with the wrong intentions. Brother, you are delusional. I'm going to be honest with you. He deepened his understanding of Islam during detention. That's what you think? He started reading the Quran? That's what happened? No, dude, you're on copium. You're trying to... you're hoping... You're overdosing right now, though. Also, the guy that you want that desperately to be Muslim is like, you know, is currently under investigation for sex trafficking. Trust me, like, you don't need that kind of representation that desperately, okay? I look at Tate's conversion as a way to exploit Muslim audience, and I've seen family members fall for it. It's another way to what Jordan Peterson did. Yes, exactly. No, that's precisely what it is. Jordan Peterson did that too. He deepened his understanding, which is why the first thing he did after release was smoking during Ramadan. You can smoke during Ramadan as long as it's like after iftar, you know. So I don't know about that. That's probably not it's the time frame of when he was smoking, and I'm pretty sure it's nighttime there, so that part is fine. You're right, popular Muslim YouTubers were so happy when Kyrie became a revert. Yeah, it is frustrating to watch. It's frustrating to experience. Okay?
Tate, trendy guy, so he just wants to please all the Muslim pants and all. He's wearing it like aesthetic. So I'm going to announce this video.